Hello, hello, hello. How are you doing, everybody? Good to see you again. Happy Thursday. It's the live stream every day. Every day I'm live streaming. Every day I'm live streaming. Love you. Love you. Thank you for being here. You rock. If you are out there, I want you to know that you are cool, and I really appreciate you taking the time to tune in with me and get rocking and rolling because that is what we do. We make it move. We make it clap. We make it clap. All right. So, please, please give yourself a round of applause. You are super cool. You're here. You're in the house. You look good. You do. You look good. You've been working out? I can tell. Hey, what's up? R6 Craze. Holla. What's up with you? What's up with you? Nice to check. Nice to see you dropping in. What's up, yo? I went wasp. What's up? I'm trying to spell. Boom. Thanks for checking in. Thanks for giving me a like. I like. So, I wanted to just get us rocking and rolling. We're already a minute deep. Let's go up with our updates. It is the live stream, and day. It's it's day 23 in April 2020. What's up, DK? What's up, DK? Like bomb activate. Oh, all right. 4 viewers in the house. You guys rock. Hey, DK, give me a like, dog. Give me a like if you haven't already done that. Por favor. It lets YouTube know that you guys actually think that I'm. Thank you. You killed the game. Killing the game. Every time I get a like. Every time I get a like. Good. All right. Here we go. We're gonna hit up with some info for you before we get rocking and rolling. So we're trying to self improve. We're trying to become the best people that we can possibly be. And I'm glad you're here because when you're here, you help me become better as a video logger, podcaster, streamer, all that. I want you to know that life is a video game, and we're playing on campaign mode. That's what's up. We're trying to win this game, and we're not using any cheat codes. All right, we're doing it the right way. So, just so you know, I'm not smoking weed. I don't smoke weed, y'all. I used to smoke weed for a long, long time. I haven't smoked weed in 144 days. Yes. And by the way, we are in our 90-day self-improvement challenge. We are in day 10 of the 90-day self-improvement challenge. And you know that that challenge requires us to not PMO. No PMO. No PMO. We're not watching pornography. We're not doing that. No P, no M, no O. All right, stay light, stay light. You got to keep your testosterone up. I know you guys know about this stuff. If you're on the internet, you can't click 2 clicks without running into a no fap video or a semen preservation video. Just know that Trueheart is on that too. That is what we do. Women play life on recruit mode, peaceful mode. All right, maybe they do. Maybe they do. DK said women play life on recruit mode, peaceful mode. I see. I see. Well, you know what? Sometimes women are actually a little bit they're like that with one another. You know what I'm talking about. Women can be a little bit rough on each other. Ooh, like a cat fight. I guess is what I was trying to say. How to I donate? How do you donate? Oh, I don't think you can donate yet. I don't know if I'm set up for that. I would like to write that down. Let me see if I can figure that out. I mean, I don't even know if that was for me. You wouldn't want to donate to me? How to donate? I'll figure that out, and the next time, I'll figure that out by tomorrow. That'll be my homework for tonight. I do my homework. Thank you for even asking and even thinking about that. That makes me feel so good. You make me feel so good. All right, so let's go through here. I gave you those cool updates. Remember before I said this, I got to say it again. My friend Jacob Rizal's a stand-up comedian in Los Angeles, LA, West Coast, baby. He's in a comedy competition, and he needs your vote. I'm going to put a link for how to vote for my buddy, and you got to pick him and one other comic. For your vote to count, you need to pick Jacob for sure, and then whoever else you think is funny. Whoever else makes you laugh. But make sure one of your votes is for Jacob, and the voting ends on Saturday, April 25th at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Thank you. I'll put this into the live stream chat right here, right now, right here, right now, right here, right now. Okay. Thanks, R6 Craze. Thank you for even asking, dude. Okay, so you're done with Black Pill? You know what I mean when I say I'm done with Black Pill, DK? Okay, R6 Craze. I don't know if you saw yesterday. Yesterday I was saying I was going to move away from the Black Pill. I am going to be talking about it forever. I'm never going to stop talking about it. I am going to be doing as much positive creation of content as possible. I'm not going to denigrate anybody, but I'm going to be focusing on doing more positive based content, more growth content. I was an educator, and I still am. Call you Anthony? All right, your name's Anthony. Cool, 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 cool. All right, Anthony. So, Anthony and DK, I just want y'all to know I was a high school teacher. I taught high school art for 7 years. So, I taught 8 years in total. I taught middle school for 1 year, and then I taught middle school for 2 years, and I taught elementary for one, and I taught high school for seven. Now, some of that stuff overlapped. So I would like start my day and I teach like two middle school classes, and then during my free period I would drive out to high school, and then I teach in high school for the rest of the school day. So I was a teacher. So I want my channel to be as educational and positive and help people grow as much as possible. So will I drop black pills? Yes, I'll drop black pills. But is my channel a black pill channel? No, not really. Oh snap. Dude, DK. I'm reading what DK said, y'all. I can understand why you don't like me and my views. It's just the way I am. I don't. Whoa. I don't dislike you. I don't dislike you. So let go of that. Surrender to your feeling that I dislike you. I don't dislike you. Your views are your views. You're fine to have your views. Your views are not making me. They're not making me lose tons of sleep or anything. I don't. I worry about it. I worry about you. I worry about anybody who's not not feeling good and feels hopeless. I worry about anybody who feels hopeless. But I'm not somebody that dislikes you. Uh, Anthony Trueheart, thanks for dropping into the live stream, dog. Yo, Anthony Trueheart, can you hit the like button, por favor? Por favor, I appreciate it. Darkest Night, Darkest Night. Oh, Anthony Trueheart, hey, Anthony. Anthony Trueheart likes your name. He calls you Ant. I wonder who the OG Ant is in the chat. Who's the OG Ant? Paul Rudd, that's who. Oh, right, Darkest Night. What did you say? Most teachers are blue pilled and overly optimistic, and some were dickheads. I hope you weren't one of them. Dude, I was definitely blue pill, but honestly, this is the thing. I wasn't a. It's like this, right? You're blue pill until you turn red. Pretty much, right? You're essentially blue pill until like you know how some kids become goth in high school or maybe like emo. You're blue pill until that happens, right? So, I mean, I was a blue pill dude, but when I got a little bit older, I started to exhibit more alpha characteristics. From time to time, I would just be an alpha in certain situations. But this is like when I used to live overseas and I went to a private school, and there was like one black dude in the whole grade, and it was me. Then a lot of chicks wanted to be with me when I was in when I lived overseas, which is interesting. But I was sort of like an alpha there. And then when I lived in America and I went to high school in America, I was alpha when I was in the art classes. But remember, I went to art school later, so it's like I'm like the alpha in an art class. What's the big deal? But I was, and then I was an alpha when I was on the track team and the cross country team. But if I was just walking through the hallway I'm 5'8", 100 and God. When I was in high school, I might have been 160 pounds, like at my biggest. So 160 pound, 5'8" senior ain't nothing, dude. But yeah, when I would go to my after school job, yeah, I'm an alpha at work, but not alpha all the time. So, anyways, I wasn't a dickhead when I was a teacher, dude. I was one of the coolest teachers you'd ever have. You guys would love to have a teacher like me. I was tough, but not that tough. Because I wanted people to like me when I was a teacher, which is bad. You don't want a teacher that wants everybody to like them, because the teacher won't teach as well. Maybe the experience of being that one black kid made you have all that confidence with women when you are the scare type of man women are into you. Oh, when like you're this scarce type of man. Scarce, yeah, when you're a scarce type of man. There's a novelty to it. Are you guys familiar with the term novelty? So it's like this, right? Um, the coronavirus is so dangerous because it's a novel coronavirus. So there are other coronaviruses that exist, like SARS was a coronavirus, as well as MERS. Those are coronaviruses. But this one, the one that we're now calling coronavirus, COVID 19, it is a novel coronavirus. The novel means that no one has a antibody or an immunity to it yet because it just came from animals. So there's this newness to it, and the newness is what makes it so unique. So the novel coronavirus COVID 19 is doing so much to our world. It's a pandemic because it's so new. So when you're a new person in school, like sometimes the new kid can either be, it's a great opportunity when you're the new kid because you can become really popular because you can reinvent yourself as the new kid from your old place to the new place, or you can come in and just become a complete dweeb. But it's because you're new, you're unique. So yeah, maybe that helped me. Anthony Trueheart. He's a good, funny teacher. A lot of students enjoyed his vibes. I saw it myself. That's right. You did a documentary on me. Yeah, my brother's a videographer. He's a filmmaker. He actually went to school for he went to school for art as well, but it was videography. See, that's art, man. See, my brother's an art major too. Our oldest brother, as a matter of fact, is quite a photographer himself, but he doesn't use it that much. He's actually really into drone copters. Drone copters, like those little helicopter things. He's he's obsessed with stuff like that. What's this stuff? Here we go. Anthony Trueheart. Uh, oh wait, Darkest Night. Most of my art teachers were bitches. Only had one good one. Dude. Okay. Teachers are people that have tough jobs. Being a teacher is not an easy job. It's very thankless. It's kind of like being a cop, but you got to teach people stuff a little bit. And it's really hard to have that composure, the ability to be authoritative, not an authoritarian. Not like, you better listen to me. You want to be like, you want people to respect you, but you also want them to know that you love them so that they listen to you. You want them to know that you care, and you also have to get them to learn this information because if you don't learn it, it's their butts. So being a teacher is no picnic. It's like this. You know that like 80% of students are okay. It's like there's the Pareto principle, right? Yesterday you were talking about the Pareto principle, whether or not you knew it, DK. So what it is 20% of the effort will get 80% of the results. 20% of the employees do 80% of the work. So 20% of the students you can't really do anything about. 80% of the students the teachers have control over. And it goes like this with teaching. There's like a bell curve, right? And on one end of the bell curve, you've got the bottom 10%. They're they're not going to make it. Okay? For them, DK, it's over, right? The bottom of the barrel, 10%, that's 0 to 10%. Then you have The top 10%, that's 90 to 100th percentile, right? They're gifted. A lot of them are actually more intelligent than the teacher. They're just younger. So they don't know as much about life and they're not in charge. They're still just students. But they're gifted in a way as compared to the majority of the kids. So the teacher's not really, it's not that they can't do anything with them, it's that they don't have to worry about them. They're gonna do what they're gonna do. They're gonna do their homework whether or not you're a bad teacher. They're gonna do whatever they need to do to get on a roll. They're gonna pass their test. So you don't have to worry about them. There's that 80% in the middle between the 10th percentile, the 11th percentile to the 89th percentile. That's where the teachers do all their work. And that's actually the biggest majority, and that's what they got to focus on. But they got to make all of them pass. That stuff's tough. Yeah. Anthony Trueheart. There's a lot of scarce, unique dudes that still have no game or attractive qualities that women don't think twice about. It's true. There are a lot of scarce, unique dudes that still have no game or attractive qualities that women don't think about. Yeah, you have to make yourself the most valuable person that you can. Whether you're a man or a woman, you got to become the most valuable, valuable. You got to become the most valuable person that you can be. That's your whole thing. Everybody should always be striving. That's the reason why I made the video I made last night, everybody. I made a white pill video and I put out my white pill philosophy. I hope that you check it out. It's the beginning of me doing white pill videos, and I will certainly talk about black pill in my white pill videos, and I will talk about black pill when I talk about pretty much anything in life when I do live streams. And if you want to like talk to me about it, I definitely watched a black pill video last night, for example. Okay, DK, Anthony, those are outliers. How many times I gotta say this? I especially don't see that in my generation Z. You know, I'm generation Y. I'm generation Y. There's like generation X, and then there's Y, and then you're Z. So I'm like, I'm only a little bit above you guys. DK, I was a mediocre average student in school, did enough to graduate. Me too. Me too. I actually graduated with a very low GPA. I kept it just high enough to play sports. That's what I did. I was still smart enough to put on a jock strap, though. Uh, Noodle swingage. I would always wear a cup that was way too big, so that when I would go into competition, the other team would be like, I'd be like, yeah, dog. They'd be like, why is this cup so big? I'd be like, what's up? What's up? You trying to wrestle? They're like, this is track. And I'm like, I said you trying to wrestle? Love it, dog. All right, so we got to go into the business at hand. Okay, did I drop that stuff into the live stream for Jacob? Yep, I did. Okay, good. Good, we got to show that love. All right, so here we go. Here we go. Just so you guys know, I live stream Monday through Friday at 2 p.m. And then on Friday night, I do a 10 p.m. live stream. And then on Sunday, I do a 7 p.m. live stream. It's our late night church, 7 p.m. So Monday through Friday, 2 p.m. Friday night, 10 p.m. And then Sunday, 7 p.m. All right. Because I got to keep putting myself out there. And you guys know these live streams are tough. I mean, doing a live stream is trying to get chose by like a Saudi prince that's got oil money. And you're just trying to shake your booty. I'm just trying to twerk. Hey, come on, check out my live stream. Because I see people looking at it. I know they're looking at it in the YouTube when it pops up, and they're like, dude, I want to go see his. Please check my thing. That's what I feel like. Okay, I got some W's. This is what you guys are gonna do right now. You're gonna write down your wins in the chat, in the live chat. I want you to write down your W's for yesterday or today. What you did well at, what went well. I want to see today's W's. What do you got here, Anthony? Yeah, Anthony. Awesome time. Anthony Trueheart. We're both Gen Y at DK. It's perspective. Like Tim said yesterday. Why can't we both try to be outliers? I just rewatched yesterday's live stream. You guys, it was awesome. It was so awesome that you all were just interacting and I was going with you. I had a lot of fun. I think it was one of the best live streams that I've done. And we keep getting better because we keep growing. So write down what your W was. Your W is your win. And I'm going to go over some of the wins. I want to see what you guys have in the live chat write it in there, and I'm going to start going over the ones that I have for us. So today's win. Okay, we have 3 new subscribers since yesterday's live stream. 3 new subscribers since yesterday's live stream. That's a big win right there. Not 1, not 2, but 3. Thank you to Eric Coopers. Eric Coopers is an entrepreneur based out of Amsterdam. He runs comedy walks. And I work for DC Comedy Walks. I work for DC Comedy Walks. So I sort of work for that guy. So Eric Cooper subscribed yesterday to the channel. Woo! Nate Gonzalez subscribed yesterday. Nate Gonzalez lives out in he lives in Arizona. He lives in Goodyear, Arizona. He's been following my work since I used to be on the Jellyvision podcast way back in the day. Jellyvision was the 2016 podcast of the year in Washington, D.C. from Blade Magazine's, best podcast competition. So we had an award, and he's been following me since back then. And the Grigster subscribed to the channel. Thank you, Grigster. He follows me on Twitter, which you guys should. Grigster, I appreciate it. The channel appreciates it, and I appreciate you guys. You rock. Okay, what do you guys got in there for your big wins? What do you guys got in there for your big wins? Yell, yell, yell. Dude, am I yelling too loud? Am I too loud? Okay, hope not. Because more than likely, those guys have a lot of hot girls who aren't the norm. That girl will cheat or use you, etc. It's probably a messed up relationship where he doesn't know she doesn't like him. Oh, cool. Yeah. I don't know, DK. I don't know. You're saying DK. You're saying that the guys that are like the bald guy who's got a belly, who's got a hot wife, is not normal. Okay, I guess maybe that's not common, but that's good for him for sure. Good for him. Kudos, bro. I'm glad for you. But you say that that girl will cheat or use him, and the relation's probably messed up, and she probably doesn't even like him. Okay, what's your win? Okay, R6 said no. I'm Anthony. Anthony, I'm gonna say Anthony. I'm gonna say Anthony Trueheart for to differentiate y'all Anthony's. Anthony says no. I'm doing that. Okay, Anthony Trueheart. Yesterday's W. Did some job searching and applied for one. Holla. Things are wild right now in the world, but I'm still working on being self-productive. That's what you got to do, man. Props, dude. I have like a tambourine in my car. I want to bring my tambourine out so we can all sorts of weird music and stuff. Good job on that, Trueheart. Good job on that, Anthony Trueheart. That's a good W. I got another W for you guys. I got another big win for the channel. We got a lavalier mic on its way. So I'm going to have one of those little mics that you see, like they put it on their shirt, you know, like the reporters and everybody. I got one of those mics. So the audio quality is going to improve, which is going to make your listening experience even better. So that is going to be, it's going to be so good. So good. All right. So we got to do some learning, y'all. We got to do some learning. Let's see what we got here. Okay, got some more stuff going on in the live chat. The Darkest Night. I only see outliers like that with white guys. They can have numerous flaws and still get a decent girl. White men are at the top of the sexual market. Any other race can't get passes like that. Whoa. Anthony Trueheart, bring that motherfucking tambourine out. Where you at, Tam? They call me Tim the Tambourine Man. Tim the Tambourine Man. Dude, the tambourine's in the car, man. I can't leave now. Yo, I want to get a djembe so I can be super African. So I got a minor in African American studies, just so y'all know. But I'll get my my African djembe, and I'll be like, you know, Tim Trueheart fan, LOL. There's a Tim Trueheart fan out there. Who is that? Tim Trueheart fan. Hey, Tim Trueheart fan, hit the like button. Tim Trueheart fan. How is that happening? That's ridiculous. All right, y'all. We got to go over some of the information. Today's topic is letting go of cynicism. That is today's topic. It's letting go of cynicism. No, it's Anthony. Oh, dude. Thank you, Anthony. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Okay, well, if you can, still hit that like button. It's not gonna hurt me. And if you got that account, subscribe, dude. It ain't gonna hurt me, man. I don't know if it works that way or not. I'm not sure. Okay, so cynicism. Cynicism is it's not something that I'm really into. So it's an attitude characterized by a general distrust of others' motives. A cynic may have a general lack of faith or hope in the human species or people motivated by ambition, desire, greed, gratification, materialism, and goals. And the cynic perceives this as vain, unobtainable, and ultimately meaningless, and therefore deserving of ridicule and admonishment. So this is from the Greek philosophers. They were known as the Cynics, and they rejected all conventions, whether religion, manners, housing, dress, decency, and they instead advocated the pursuit of virtue in accordance with a simple and idealistic way of life. So that is the definition as from Wikipedia, the online encyclopedia. I find that it can be a little bit of a bummer. People that are really cynical, they seem to bum me out a little bit. I was actually posting the topic today on the Twitter, and I said that we were going to let go of cynicism. That would be our topic. And this Twitter account that I've been following, we follow each other for like 6 years, y'all. For 6 years, Twitter account and I have been going back and forth. Just reply, comment, reply, like, retweet, stuff like that. And they said, what did they say? They said, "For where would I be without the cynic in me? Enjoy." And then I said, "Feel free to check out the live stream and drop in on the live chat." And then they go, "You wouldn't be able to handle my badass energy." And basically what that means is, I'm not going to watch it. And also, the moment that I put it out, the reply was, "For where would I be without the cynic in me? Enjoy." That meant they weren't going to watch it even then. You see that cynicism? Okay, so this is how most people would do it. I'm not going to watch your live stream. They make that decision. I'm not going to watch your live stream. So they just don't do anything. This person says that. So it's like, yo, it's like trolling. That's like trolling. It's not really cool. Your optimism is admirable. Ha, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, philosophical shit. I appreciate that. Thank you. Philosophical shit in the house. Darkest Night. Everybody needs a hit of cynicism in them. Yo. Yeah, this is the thing. Some people operate from that as their scaffolding. That is not the way one would be best suited, in my opinion. And I wish to not let people believe that it is so, that it should be a proper platform. I disagree. I disagree. It's not like a good platform to like operate from. If there were different operating systems, like you talk about your pills and such, if there was a cynical pill, it would be a bad one to take. It would just be a bad one to take. Fun. Thank you. Makes you more cautious. Hey, fortune favors the brave. Have you ever heard of that? Fortune favors the brave. Fortune favors the brave. Oh, right. Let go of cynicism. Let go of cynicism. Cynicism is an inclination to believe that people are motivated by self interest. Hey, I'll be honest with you. I want you to subscribe to my channel. I want you to watch my videos. I also want you to live a good life because I don't want a bunch of cynical people running around the society that I live in. And I don't want that as an ideology permeating into the culture. So when I put out information like this, it is for my benefit, but you would benefit from not being that way and not subscribing to such ideas. So it is for my self interest, but not entirely. If I put out information that people like, well, I want people to like it. Yeah, for one reason. Like, it's amazing how much of your success is just avoiding negativity and energy vampires. You ever hang out with somebody and when you're not hanging out with them, you feel better? You hang out with this person and they diminish you and they denigrate the things that you're saying and they bring you down. And when you don't see them for a while, maybe they're on vacation for a couple of weeks, you don't get into that vibe and you feel better. And then they come back and you say, hey, haven't seen you in a while. And you have, nostalgia, you miss them. And then you start hanging out with them and you're like, oh yeah, now I remember. This isn't cool. Ugh. Yeah. That's like an energy vampire. We don't need that. Philosophical shit. White pill philosophy, aka white Phil. White Phil. Darkest Night. Some cynical people turn that way through transformation from their bad experiences. Everybody is not born cynical. You know what? I agree. I agree. Some people would go from nihilism to cynicism. I submit that to you. Some people would go from a place of devout spirituality and religion to a place of trauma, then to a place of cynicism. We're all on different paths to our ultimate destination. That I don't know. Right? I don't know where that is. Black Jesus. Black Jesus. See, we're all going to die. So a wise approach would be to know actually, okay, we're all going to die, and this life is very short. So the approach should be to just figure out what our purpose is. And when I say what our purpose is, that is for you to find on your own. What is your purpose? You use your passion to guide you. What you're passionate about will tell you what your purpose is. And then you pursue your purpose until that can become a actual avenue for you to make money. Because that way you'll make the most money you could possibly make. Because what you need to do is you need to be able to support yourself, but you need to free yourself from the shackles of the system. And the system is debt, student loans, mortgage, car payment, credit card bills. That is part of the system. You do need to be a money-making machine. So if you can find something that you love, you will do it better than you'll do anything else in the rat race. And when we can do the thing that we love, we'll help the most people. So you must find your purpose, but you got to figure out what that is. Darkest Night. Anybody can turn black-hearted if they get hit with enough really bad experiences. This is great. This is great. Anybody can turn black-hearted if they get hit with enough bad experiences. Yes, anybody can. But does everybody? How many people do? Just because it can happen doesn't mean it will happen, doesn't mean it should happen. Just because it can happen. Trueheart fan, my name is True. Ha 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 ha. My name is True. Trueheart fan, man! Trueheart fan! Silly, y'all. Yeah, dude, of course, man. Of course, anybody can turn black-hearted if they get hit with enough stuff. That happens all the time. You've seen Black Panther, right? Did we talk about this before? Black Panther is the in Black Panther. Gosh, man, you got me talking about this black pill stuff, dude. You're really good at dragging me into this. I'm gonna I'm gonna write that down. I might come back to it. I might come back to that, DK, because we're talking about letting go of cynicism. That's the whole idea. Okay, so life is 10% of what happens to you, and 90% how you handle it. I'm going to say it again. Life is 10% what happens to you, and 90% how you handle it. I've had some very challenging things happen to me in the last few years of my life, and I've become a stronger person, and I've grown from being a young male to a young man to a middle aged guy, I guess. I'm in my 30s. So I've handled it pretty well so far as I subjectively would say. Now, that quote was from Lou Holtz. One more time. Life is 10% what happens to you and 90% how you handle it. So, something bad can happen to you and you can flip out and start throwing, verbal fisticuffs in a YouTube comment section or in some online forum on Reddit. You can do that because somebody said something stupid about one of your comments, or you can see that and you can laugh it off because the fact of the matter is most of the people that talk smack online are less than for real. Because if they really were awesome and then they said something to you, they would do it in a intelligent, measured way, and they wouldn't just be a jerk about it. They'd be using their words not so much like weapons, but like tools. Philosophical shit. I love the white pill. Holla! White pill. White pill. White pill. White pill. You talking about Vicodin? No, kidding. Kidding, kidding, kidding. Philosophical shit loves the white pill. Darkest Night. That's why the black pill community associates with Bane, Joker, and villains. Because they weren't born that way. Born life made them into monsters. It's the related bit. Life made them into monsters. I don't know much about the Joker's origin story. I haven't seen the film, and the comic book didn't really. I don't know much about the comic. The original films didn't really go too much into the Joker's origin, did they? I guess his dad cut him up. That's what the Heath Ledger one was. That's the Christopher Nolan Batman. Anyway, there's a thing where the pill community uses like movies to make these one-to-one metaphors regarding things, and I know they do that to clarify certain aspects of the ideologies, but on some level, it's a little bit, God, I want to say this correctly. It hampers the philosophy by trying to make complete like one-to-ones on a lot of the things. You can just say what you mean. Darkest Night. Women gravitate towards edgy dudes. They like the emotions, and especially negative emotions, are the strongest. And being them that rush, they like being them, and being them that rush, they like the highs and lows and emotions, i.e., bad boys. LOL, yeah. Get off that weak talk and move on to the growth shit. Anthony Trueheart. Some of your audience has gone through plenty of bad experiences, but still keep positive outlook. Anthony, I like it. Um, yeah. All right. Let me go back to the anti-cynical stuff. Okay. Okay. So we're all gonna have ups and downs, wins and losses. The basic nature of the universe is to manifest the greatest good possible in every situation. All right. The basic nature of the universe. If you live in line with the universe's nature, you as a spiritual being, this will benefit you. I'm not even trying, I'm doing it. This gets you to those points, and this will get you up the scale of consciousness. This will get you to enlightenment. This is where we want to go, all right? So the basic nature of the universe is to manifest the greatest good possible in every situation. Sometimes you don't punch the guy in the face because that's not going to be the greatest good. Sometimes, as I said yesterday, sometimes losing, even if you lose, even if you fail, you may still win because you tried. Okay, so the greatest good possible in every situation. That is why I am a proponent of nofap. Because the greatest good in the situation where you're about to go to sleep is not masturbating. Masturbating is not a manifestation of the greatest possible good in a situation. Does anybody disagree? Masturbation is not a manifestation of the greatest possible good in a situation. When you're by yourself, there's nobody around. That is not the best thing that you can do. A better thing to do is just go to sleep because you're going to spend that time, that energy, spiritual energy, physical whatever, just going that way with it. It's not the best use of it. And the only caveat I see with that is if you're a sperm donor or you're doing this some sort of artificial insemination type of thing. That's the only reason why you need to really be masturbating. Masturbating, they say like, you're jerking off. You're jerking off with your time. You're literally and figuratively jerking off. It's terrible. It's a waste of time. It's not the greatest possible good. Even the semen retention. Semen retention is better than spilling seed. Even I would say in a sexual situation, you don't even have to come. You don't even have to come. You can like have sex and then not come. You as a male, women. I don't know. I don't speak for women in that capacity. But for a man, when you come, you lose some energy. You lose some of your life force. Because there's a lot of value in your semen. There's a lot of energy. You ever come and you feel real sleepy and tired? Yeah, it's because there was a lot of energy that you expended harnessing that from your balls, dog. I'm not trying to be gross about it, but I just want to be honest. Okay, so we already know about the basic nature of the universe. So this is the thing. We need to be thinking in an abundance, and you need to free yourself to live the life that you want. Free yourself to live the life that you want. The cynic is not. The cynic doesn't seem to live the life that they want. Do you think that they want to shit on people all the time? If that's what they want to do, man, I don't think that's a fun life. It can't be that fun. You never see the cool. God, the cool dude's never a cynic. He may be brooding, but he's not a cynic. Anthony Trueheart, we always talking about fucking pills here. Flintstones, choose. The Darkest Night. Joker's origin was he was a stand-up comedian, failed at it, and the mob burned his house, an unborn kid there. There are alternative stories, but this is the most known. His quote is, "All it takes is one bad day." Wow, dude! Thanks for enlightening me on that. I did not know that. Man, that's the problem with our art. Art is subjective. Like stand-up comedy, very subjective, very subjective. Oh gosh. See, music is like almost less subjective than art, like stand up, because that rhythm, that whole thing, it kind of really can draw you in. God, that sucks, man. That would be terrible. That's the worst thing. Remember back in the day, you'd see like some sort of show with like medieval characters, and then there'd be the court jester, and the jester wouldn't make the king laugh, and they go like chop his head off, and you're like, what the hell? Talk about bombing. Talk about like how was your day? How was your stage time? They're like, I died literally. Terrible. Oh God. Okay, so yeah, I'm trying to not talk about pills, bro. Trying to avoid the talking about the pills. I want to just give the best philosophy on YouTube as far as becoming happy, healthy, and moving forward. Oh God, so we need to just keep looking ahead and working not just for ourselves but for everyone around us. And we need to know that some people are not going to be on board with the ways that we live our lives. They're not. They're not going to be on board. They're not going to understand us. They're going to think that we're weird because we weigh our food out, or because we wake up every day, even on Saturday, really early and we go exercise, or we don't want to watch porn like a couple times a week, or you don't want to smoke weed. And sometimes people think that you're weird. They'll think that you're weird. They'll think that if you don't listen to gangster rap anymore, that you're some kind of punk or something. And this is the thing. Like I listen to gangster rap, but I am more cautious about it now because I don't want to bring any negative energy in. Like I listen to gangster rap when I exercise. Otherwise, I don't really listen to it too much when I'm driving. I listen to Run the Jewels though. Do you guys listen to Run the Jewels? So dope. Joker, Darkest Night. Then he fell into chemicals, making his hair turn green and his skin white, and they really turned him insane. Dude, chemicals will do that to you. Did you see what chemicals did to Michael Jackson's skin? He turned white. He turned white. He was brown. He turned white. Run them jewels fast. Run them jewels fast. Run them jewels fast. Run them jewels fast. So I want to take you all from being hopeless and angry to a place where you are happy and you are confident and you don't have social anxiety and you have relationships and making friends isn't difficult. And this is going to take some time. You won't get there overnight. It could take as little as a few weeks to see improvement, but it could take years before you actually become this version of yourself that I know that you can be. It's not going to be a quick thing. You are very much the way that you are. But if you don't try, nothing's going to happen. That's the thing. See, the cynic would be like questioning somebody who's trying. Like in the situation where there's a sailor. I don't know if you heard the story where there's a sailor. He's a fisherman. So the fisherman is walking down the street. And he's an old fisherman, right? And there's this young person, and he sees that the fisherman has a bucket, and it's filled with crabs, but there's no lid on the top of the bucket. So then the young man says to the fisherman, the old fisherman, he says, "Hey, you need to put a lid on that bucket." And the wise old fisherman laughs, and he says, "Oh, I got it." Because he knows that the nature of the crab is to pull down any crab that tries to climb out of the bucket. So the crab, you see, is the cynic. The fisherman is the wisdom of life. And then the young man is he's you. He's you, man. That's who it is. That's who it is, and that's why it's like a moral. Let's see what happens here. Anthony Trueheart, my coworker, cool dude, a lot like you, a lot like me. Anthony says this. Just lost his wife a few months ago. 27 years old. Came up and told me how he hopes to transition into natural medicine and healing work, since that's what she did. Inspired me on the spot. Champion mind state. Darkest night. That's sad. My condolences go to him, even though I know I'll be alone forever. Doubt that Anthony Trueheart. Doubt that highly, my friend. My people are attracted by such positivity. Sorry about my phone. God, how rude. Oh, Anthony, you're saying that you doubt that Darkest Night will be alone forever. For sure, bro. I also doubt that too. I'm sorry about your colleague. God, man, that sucks. Not to diminish that passing. My friend, my friend Anthony. Mackenzie, right? Kevin Mackenzie. His wife passed away. She had cervical cancer, and she was 34. And I remember meeting her. I met this woman when we were in our 20s, and where I live in Virginia, or where we were in Virginia at the time, you could smoke cigarettes indoors. So I was getting some sushi, this Japanese restaurant at the bar, and she lights up a cigarette right beside me while I'm eating, and like there's nobody in there. She starts lighting up, and I was like, "Could you not smoke a cigarette like while I'm eating?" And she got so offended, and that was like the first time I met her, and she totally never liked me really. I never really liked her either though. We could be cool for my friend, but she wasn't that cool. But man, she died. She died, yo. She passed away, and it's whoo, it's nuts, man. That's nuts because I'm still walking around, you know. And I'm older than her. I was born before her. She lived her whole entire life, got cancer, fought it for 2 years, thought she was gonna make it, then it came back, and then she dies, and then I'm still walking around alive. And I quit smoking weed when she was dying. I quit smoking weed. I had not smoked for like maybe 9 days or so. It was one of my last streaks. And then when I went to her funeral, I saw this dude that I hadn't seen in a long time. And then he was like, "Hey man," and like I'd already had like 3 drinks because they had an open bar at her reception. And this guy was like, he's kind of like a loser, right? So then he goes, "Hey man, you want to go meet me out at my car?" And I was like, yeah, what's up, dude?" And he like I thought we were just gonna like I don't know, go smoke a cigarette or something. So we go, and then he pulls the weed out, and he's got like a cool looking bowl, and I hadn't smoked in a while, and I smoked with him, right? And dude, I obviously got super high, and then I didn't. And then I started smoking again. I had 9 days off. I felt good. I had momentum, and then I kept smoking for another 65 days or something before I quit again. And that was my longest streak since then. Since that one, this has been my longest streak since I stopped after that. But it's crazy, man. People die and stuff like that. That's why like you just gotta appreciate what you have and not be super negative. No philosophical shit. LOL. Darkest Night loves to feel sad. Yo, that's like the weirdest thing. I don't see it as sad. It's my natural state right now. I do feel emotions as sadness, anger, and regret. Anthony Trueheart, my B. I thought DK was suggesting my coworker would be alone forever. As long as he's open to a new relationship, he'll never be alone. People want to be around those with such positive mindsets. Anthony Trueheart. Being sad is a choice. Too many people out here with hella life threatening problems still keeping it positive. I agree. You can let go of emotions if you acknowledge the way that you're feeling and you go like I feel like because a lot of times people want to like hide from it. So I'm going to explain sadness really quick. So when you let's talk about anger. Let's talk about anger, and this will maybe relate to your sadness. So you and another person are at work, and then one person acts like the idea that you had was their idea. Then they give it to the boss, and then they get much praise for it. You are now mad at that person. You are angry at that person. It makes sense, right? They were wrong to steal from you. They were wrong to lie to your boss and pass it off as their own idea. There's, so you are a smart person. That's why they took the idea. And you are smart and you can have many good ideas and many more good ideas. So a lot of times people will hold on to the fact that they've been wronged by the other person, and they will hold on to that feeling so that they can feel right. They can hold on to the feeling of feeling bad that they were wrong so that they can feel good. And that person can be bad. And this happens in a lot of situations where these people will hold on to these feelings just so that they can have some sort of cross to bear. When in actuality, that feeling is not a good feeling. It's a weight. And if you were to let go of it, you wouldn't be lonelier or less because you didn't have that feeling. You would be lighter and more open to good feelings. But your energy is just your energy and your emotions are going towards this anger and this feeling of like, I didn't get this, I got screwed. So as long as you keep holding on to that, you can't feel good over here. And people are like, sometimes they mistake, like, if I let go of this feeling of being wronged, then I won't feel anything. And feeling nothing is sad. It's never more incorrect. Feeling nothing is good, it's neutral, and it allows for anything to happen. But people will stay in these bad states. People will stay in sadness so they can get pity. Very common to stay in sadness for pity. Have you ever seen two people try to suffer one another? A lot of Jewish people do it. A lot of Jewish people will do it. They'll try to outsuffer each other. Watch like Curb Your Enthusiasm or something like that. And I'm not just saying Jewish people do it. A lot of people do it. They outsuffer one another. Oh, I suffered more than you. I suffered more than you. Because they get to feel that they get to feel that pride in suffering. But these are low frequency emotions. Darkest night. What is there to be positive about? These emotions have been ingrained into me most of the time. I show no emotion. I rarely laugh or smile, but when I do, that means I'm actually happy in that moment. Good. Darkest night. I do fake laugh and smile, but you can tell when it's real or fake. These emotions are the most common ones, so I feel more comfortable in them. The negativity comforts me. Chingadiculous. The Olympics of oppression. Dude, is it lunch? It's lunchtime where you're at, bro. Cool. Thanks for dropping in, Chingadiculous. What do you think the goal of human being is? Just being? What do I think the goal of being a human is? Just being? Oh, God, I could have answered that. My interpretation of being a human is trying to seek enlightenment. Dude, I know Viktor Frankl. I know Viktor Frankl, bro. I got his book. You know, Danny Charnley got me his book, as a matter of fact, y'all. If you know Dan K. Charnley, very funny guy on Twitter. He gave me the book, Man's Search for Meaning. No, 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 I apologize. Danny Charnley gave me the book As a Man Thinketh. He gave me the book As a Man Thinketh. But I do have Man's Search for Meaning. That's the dude that was in the Holocaust, right? Metallica, To Live Is to Die. All right, so I said it earlier. I said that what you're trying to do is you're trying to live life to be happy is not the meaning of life, but to find your purpose and pursue your purpose is what you want to do, and you want to reach self actualization. So that through your own purpose and succeeding in your purpose, and you want to be able to sustain yourself. So if you want to be a comedian, you become a professional comedian and you make enough money doing that so that you can live your life comfortably. That is self-actualization. That's your goal right now. And then pursuing meaning and stuff like that, like the meaning of life. I don't play too much with that. Nirvana. Nirvana? Dude, DK man, you need counseling, bro. And you need to probably take some antipsychotics or something like that. You need to read this book, DK. You need to read this book. You need to read this book, DK. I've been working on this for a while. This book took me out of the black pill. This book took me out of the black pill, bro. It's called Letting Go. Read this book, dude. You gotta read that book, man. I'm telling you again and again and again. The cynical nature is gonna wreck you, though. It's going to wreck you. Just so you guys remember, that you guys are going to need to vote for Chingadiculous, aka Jacob Rosales. He is in a comedy competition this week, and he needs your vote. So the link is up there in the top of the chat. Please go there. Please pick 2 comics, not just Jacob. Obviously, one of the 2 is Jacob. Obviously. All right. Voting in Saturday, April 25th at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Don't wait until Saturday at 4 p.m. East Coast time. Do it later when the video log is over. Do it then. And you know what? Too bad there's not a UFC on April 25th or last week. Too bad, right? I wish there was going to be a UFC. Gosh darn it! I wanted it so bad. FYI, you guys, if you guys aren't familiar with Lando Venata, groovy Lando Venata, I've been talking about him a little bit here and a little bit there. This guy is an excellent lightweight. He, I gotta I gotta tell you about this fight. It was UFC 206. It was him versus, um, if I'm not mistaken, it's John McDessie. God, I think it's John McDessie. And then he he heel no he spinning wheel kick knocks him out. It's the smoothest. It might be the smoothest wheel kick knockout I've ever seen. It's not as good as the Edson Barbosa Terry Edom wheel kick knockout because he does it so fluidly that it doesn't have the it's not as quick because Edson Barbosa's got this really quick like switch kicks and stuff like that. But the smoothness of it is crazy. You would not imagine how much power he generates. UFC is forever. UFC is forever. DK, you said you are a spiritual person, so do you believe in God and religion, but not engulfed or brainwashed by it, and have your beliefs on it on too? So do I believe in God and religion, but not to engulf or brainwash by it? Yeah, for sure. So there's this one thing. It's called unism. I heard about it just recently. Actually, philosophical shit dropped it on me before. It's basically like you take pieces of all religions and then you synthesize that into your own operational approach to life. But if I had to pick one, if somebody was like, "You better tell me your one religion, or I'm gonna pop you in the butt with a 22," I'd be like, "Oh God, don't shoot me in the butt cheek with a 22." And they'd be like, "I'm gonna do it if you don't tell me your religion." Then I'll go, "Oh God, I'm a Buddhist," and they're gonna go, "You're a Buddhist? Psh, ow, my butt cheek! You shot me in my butt cheek! Ow!" So yeah, if I had to pick one, I'd say I was probably a Buddhist. You know what? The thing is, through kinesiological studies, they've actually calibrated the frequency that certain religions vibrate at, and the religions that vibrate at the highest frequency are always religions that don't seek out people to join them. Those religions that don't seek out more disciples are the religions that also don't engage in war. If your religion that you follow at any point in time ever went on a crusade and killed people because they didn't believe in the religion or submit and join the religion, your religion cannot vibrate at a very high frequency. And when your religion does something like that, it takes hundreds and hundreds of years for your religion's psychic resonance to reestablish itself and become what it once was. And honestly, some of these things are irreparable. So, for example, if you are Catholic, it's tough to get people to become Catholic unless they're born to Catholics because they have so much of the child pedophilia stigma attached to them. And even before then, it's the Crusades, man. All the Christianity, they got that. And then Muslims. Muslims operate at a low frequency. That religion of Islam, this is not my words. This is the words of the kinesiological calibration of the religion. Like, well, they have a kinesiologist, and then they will actually calibrate the vibrations of the material, right? And it vibrates lower. No wonder. You know why? Because low frequency members of the religion use the religion's doctrine to carry out fundamentalist ideas like whatever, bombing some shit for the sake of jihad, which is part of the religion. What sect is this? Right? So a lot of these things, or when you see the people and it's like God, there's this one Baptist church in the Southern Baptist Church, and you always hear bad shit about them. Like these things get co-opted. So like um, Hinduism and Buddhism have maintained their level of vibration more so than any of the older religions. Also, Judaism has actually dropped down quite a bit, but it still resonates pretty high. But there's a lot of, hey, there's a lot of cynicism and skepticism in Judaism. And you can see that clear as day when you see a lot of Jewish people. They're born Jewish and they just drop it. They just drop it like it's hot, drop it like it's hot. Tim is Davidian. I'm a branch Davidian. Uh, I feel you shouldn't have to pray or do extra stuff if you are a good moral person. Never killed or raped, you should go to heaven. Yeah, I mean, yeah. If you never killed anybody or raped anybody, you should definitely be on the bubble, right? Yeah. Hey, but what about like Bernie Madoff? Like Bernie Madoff jacked millions and millions of dollars from people, ruined their whole lives. You don't get to go to heaven, bro. Most religions have had something like that happen to some extent. Drop it for some bacon. Drop it for some bacon, said Chingadiculous. I want to drop it. That's my pig noise. That's one pig noise. And here's another one. That's a good pig noise, right? But is there really a heaven or a hell? If there is a hell, it comes on every day at 11 a.m. It's called The View. I don't believe it. I don't believe that. Game over, man. What if there's nothing? You die and that's it. Game over, man. That's why I'm always trying to get that extra life, trying to get that man up, bro. I'm trying to get that game genie. I don't know. There's not. It's not really to worry about too much. I'm a great person about religion, but still should be a good person. You need to be a good person because if you walk around like a giant turd, then when then you I mean you live that life as a turd and not like a cool turd emoji. Like there's moral codes that you need to live by. So that's why you don't need a religion to tell people most things. You should actually check out Jordan Peterson's lecture on gods, on the Egyptian gods, because he talks about Horus, he talks about Osiris, and then he talks about I think it's Nefertiti. I believe it's Nefertiti. It might not be her, but he talks about the gods. Okay, I'm gonna say this, and then I'll probably just bounce. All right. So essentially, the way that religions came about was what happened was when we have people that existed for a long, long time, and then they were polytheistic, so they had many gods, and over time, the many gods that these different cultures had, they would slowly come to prominence within each culture. So if you have the Greeks, right? So the Greeks had a lot of gods, but some gods came to the forefront. So you have a guy like Heracles, who became the Roman Hercules. So you got Heracles over here. Then you have the Norse mythology, and you've got Thor, and he becomes like the most notable god. And then you have a character like Osiris or Ra within the Egyptian religion, right? These are polytheistic religions. So what happens is these gods rise to the pinnacle of all of the gods within their many god structure. And the reason is because those gods seemingly exhibited the most universally humanistic qualities across all the gods in that culture. So like these guys were the most like Messiah esque characters at the time. So like our version of the Messiah, right? let's say it's like prophets. So like whatever Jesus's qualities are, each one of those gods symbolized those qualities at that time, and that's why they rose to the prominence that they are. And eventually, all these cultures became monotheistic, and that's why now, because you know what they did? They just boiled it down to an Uberman. They boiled it down to an Uberman, and then that's what it is. So the Uberman was Jesus in Christianity because Jesus was essentially God, but God couldn't be on earth, so they made a dude who was his son so that they could have this thing that you could identify with, because you can't identify with clouds and shit. I can identify with clouds and energy and the sun and stuff like that, but I'm like, I'm me. And I've already had a scaffolding of a dude named Jesus growing up, so then I can then actually abstract that idea. But in general, if you got some really dumb people that don't even have TV and all sorts of other cool podcasts to listen to, telling them about stuff in the sky, it's hard for them to abstract. They need to personify it somehow. So that's where the religions came from. But they just want to get you to enact some of these ideals, and not so that they can control you. That's a corrupted religion. But just so that they can get people to live civilly, because I don't want to have to worry about you slitting my throat every night. You don't slit my throat, I won't slit your throat. I promise. I promise, dude. Darkest night. I'm not an asshole to others, only if justified. I'm more negative on myself. Yeah. Chingadiculous. Non-believers and skeptics can be good people. You don't need to believe in the sci-fi from the Bible, Quran, or Torah to be a good person. You do not need to. I agree. There's no need to believe that to be a good person. I was saying the other day, there's definitely people that are Trump supporters, and I can sit down and have lunch with a Trump supporter just as easy as I can have lunch with somebody who supports Hillary Clinton or Gary Johnson or Ocasio Cortez. All these people are fine. It's the thing that I have a problem with is someone who can't sit down with someone else. That's actually the people that have the biggest problems with. The person who can't acknowledge the other person's difference is the biggest problem. Like if that's the biggest thing. Checking in with you, True. Dude, what's up, Grigster? Holla, dog. Thanks for dropping in. Oh, Chingadiculous. Hey, Grigster, say hello to Chingadiculous, bro. This guy is one of the funniest guys I know. It's all about galactic respect. Heck yeah, bro. Are you part of the Federation? Nah. The Empire. Okay, guys, I think I'm gonna start closing this out. I did want to say thank you to everybody who did subscribe recently, and God, there's a lot of good stuff that we got into. There's more good stuff. I'll be dropping another YouTube video a little bit later today. It's going to be more positive energy. I'm going to do a series of white pill videos and just keep it positive, keep it light. If you like these live chats, please subscribe if you haven't already subscribed to my YouTube channel. Send me a comment on the kind of topics that you'd like me to talk about, and then we'll do a lot more cool stuff later. We'll just have more fun later. When you're talking about religion to close this thing out, God created the universe, but Satan sure made a hell of a remix. All right, you guys. I had a lot of fun. If aliens invading the world, oh God, I got thrown off. Okay, you guys, that's it for right now. We just did an hour and 13 minutes. This live chat is pretty much over. Please like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification so that you can keep up with me. I'm putting content out all the time. I love you guys so much. I'm gonna get 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. 4,000 hours of view time. I'm gonna make it happen. All right, guys, I love you. Take care. I'll see you tomorrow at 2 p.m. Peace!